Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Leo. How are you guys? Leo, what do you need to know? Yeah, someone's choosing their battles here, thinking things through, but it looks like we have somebody looking for clarity for sure, whether someone's single or not. Yeah, I got someone taking action here. They want to reach out. Someone's learned something. They're speaking a truth. Yeah. Someone is single for sure. Whether you are is probably another thing, but it's somebody here speaking truth. They're learning something. Yeah, it's a person coming in pretty fast, too spontaneous. They feel like they need to hurry up. Someone's finding out the truth that you're single. They're going to reach out. So someone who feels they missed an opportunity, because it could be someone here who, it is possible somebody here may have maybe ignored you at some point or rejected you. They rushed in and changed their mind. But now, because they've learned a truth, they want to reach out. And that's where I feel, in some of you, maybe there's multiple opportunities. Someone should have just told someone the truth. They may have had multiple opportunities. But it's somebody who's failed to recognize. Yeah, they failed to recognize something here. Yeah, I do see an energy of change. So somebody who's moved on from a situation or finding out you have. So someone who often fails to recognize something here. But it's also someone here, I mean, it does look like they're speaking truth. They're learning something. It has to do with something changing. There's some kind of change. Maybe somebody's moved on. Like I say, it's often an energy someone rushes in, things moving quick. It's very spontaneous, incoming message communication. And someone's like, no way. Because their sword's up. They're a little skeptical. They could be anyone here. I do see an Aries energy. It has to do with someone looking before they leap, choosing their battles. But this is someone about to go for it because they've learned something and this changes everything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's all about justice and harmony, being fair. Somebody maybe wasn't fair. I mean, it does look like somebody felt like they needed to hurry up, or they just rushed in without thinking and decided to just ignore this. Because often it's somebody who's like, nope, there's just no way this person's right for me or interested in me. They were single. I do feel they are single. But it's about the truth of whether you are. Because it looks like it's someone coming back around for some of you. Or it's just somebody who's been thinking it through. See, it's all about being fair. Harmony and balance. Yeah. Tell me about justice. Yeah, someone's seeing the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody very gracious and grounded. This could be somebody who's cut somebody out here. But I'm going to tell you what they now know that they didn't know. Is someone is very stable and grounded, practical, sensible. See, it's about being prepared. So it's telling you to prepare. Because if you're the person who rushed into this person and come out of the blue, their sword was up. They were kind of skeptical. Like they're looking at it like there's just no way. No, I'm no fool. Well, I'm going to tell you, they probably feel like a fool. Look at that, some Aquarius energy. So it's all about releasing. See, this is someone looking at, well, it is what it is. It's too good to be true. See, this is somebody who's skeptical. It's too good to be true, but they're learning it's true. So this situation didn't serve. Yeah, they felt something was going on, something sneaky. But see, all isn't what it seems because we have a Queen of Pentacles. I don't think they're cutting this person out. I feel like this is what they're seeing. Somebody gracious and grounded, sensible, practical. Someone who makes someone feel comfortable. So I don't know, maybe they made you uncomfortable here. Because this is someone skeptical. They're trying to figure something out. They feel someone's playing games. It's too good to be true. You see, there's just no way. So someone who's been taken advantage of before, they've learned, you see, they've learned. They've rushed into things and took risks before. So yeah, they're feeling a little apprehensive, maybe even made up some kind of excuse. But they've learned something here. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, some time in between, things calming down. See, this is somebody avoiding someone, just avoiding the situation, making up an excuse. But I'm going to tell you about this person because it has to do with being fair. There's no excuse. You're going to get an apology. Yeah, this is something, this person, I mean, it's coming from them. See, feeling something is up, feeling sneaky, that someone's playing games. It's fishy. They're trying to figure this out. This is someone trying to figure it out. It's also the Queen of Pentacles is an energy where someone just can't read somebody. They can't figure them out. If you took a risk and a leap of faith towards this person, or they did and you ignored them, I mean, it could go either way here with this energy, but it really is somebody who doesn't want to be played for a fool. But now they feel like a fool because the situation didn't serve. See, it's about the feelings being mutual. Yeah, but it's like I say, maybe they made up an excuse because they've run. It's a person who basically runs away. See, this is going off to lick their wounds, a little time in between. They feel like a fool, but there's no excuse for this kind of behavior. So they're not excusing themselves. It's an apology. This is somebody with sort of like some strict rules, some structure. If somebody comes towards them and they feel like they're out of their league, because they're kind of set in their ways, the way they think about it, that they're probably up to something. So yeah. But I gotta tell you, I think this person wanted this. Yeah. Let's have a look at the Six of Swords. Yeah. So this is about, it's funny, that just tried to come out, but it popped out and it came out. See, they come out when they're meant to come out. And I feel here, this is about two people coming together. But I wouldn't be surprised someone had just gone their separate ways from someone and things happening very quickly, feeling a little overwhelmed. But it's often someone who's just not sure what to say, so they just choose not to say anything. And it didn't serve. That's why I feel there's no excuse. This is somebody who's generally fair and logical. But yeah, it looks like they kind of have a set of rules or something here. They probably feel like you're out of their league. Like I say, it's too good to be true. There's just no way. But now the interesting thing is this person wants to connect here. See, coming together. It's whether the feelings are actually mutual. So they've learned something here. So now it's an apology. But there's no excuse. That's the way they think. There's no excuse. They should have responded. So yeah, there's going to be some kind of an apology. Yeah, they've definitely King and Queen of Swords speaking your truth. See, things are about to get real. So just be yourself. Just be you. Okay? And I feel vice versa here. But I wouldn't be surprised if someone's telling someone here to speak up and just speak the truth, or they've learned something. Both of you, I feel like you both learned something. Just be yourself and speak the truth in this. Because it is about the two of you coming together. See, taking it to the next level. But I wouldn't be surprised. There may have been choices. There may have been. But I feel it's just an energy of feeling a little overwhelming. They don't know what to say, so they go off to lick their wounds. Yeah, they're kind of sneaking away here. But the funny thing is they feel something sneaky going on. But they're seeing truth, or they're learning this. Both of you, I feel. Yeah, it has to do with confidence. But look at the Chariot. Determination to succeed. See, someone putting on the brakes when it was time to take it to the next level. But now they're determined to succeed. So it's about, I feel, following through. Yeah, interesting energy, this person. Let me grab a couple. Tell me about this Eight of Wands. Yeah, this is a person that comes in very quick. It throws them off. It just feels off. It doesn't feel right. There's just no way. Hey, I'm no fool. I've been played before. I've learned. But it's somebody who can't figure someone out because they're acting like, it's almost like they're looking at how it played out. If you were interested, why did you act aloof? Or act like maybe you weren't interested? Or, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is an energy of someone who's cautious and careful, often a friends first kind of person. But it's also sometimes who's a person who feels uncomfortable about somebody approaching them, because something's feeling off. I actually feel it's the Queen of Pentacles feeling that way. Maybe you feel like this person's trying to play you, because I do see an Aries energy. I also see Sagittarius. Yeah, and of course, Cancer energy. Gemini, Libra. Yeah. Who's the Queen of Swords? Who's the Queen of Swords? Who is this person? Yeah, somebody who, some sort of enlightenment, somebody enlightening someone and telling them the truth. So this could be someone you know, but it could be yourself. But it has to do with that little aha moment. King of Swords, who is this person? We have some Taurus in their chart, but this is somebody who feels confident with the decision they're making. So it has to do with someone who has faith in themselves to make the right choice. But I have a feeling someone here put on the brakes because they had just come apart from someone. Maybe they weren't over it. So this is often when someone's still in that energy. See the swords up. But I feel it's an energy of someone enlightening someone and telling them a truth. See, this could have been a victory. There's this woulda, coulda, shoulda. Should have just told the truth. Somebody made up excuses. So now, maybe you know the truth and you've been enlightened. It's possible this is someone who had other options. They may have put on the brakes and chose another person. I hate to say it, but it's possible because they felt that you were out of their league. Because it's like they have a set of rules. Like I said earlier, a set of rules, structure. Someone's out of their league, don't go for it, because often they look to take advantage. But this person has faith in themselves to make their own choices. Yeah, someone choosing their battles, thinking it through. See, look at that. See, trying something different. I feel like you're just different than their usual type. But it's like where they feel something is off, but now they're seeing it differently because they're being enlightened. So now they feel differently. Now they're taking decisive action. There you go. And leveling up to the King of Swords. Yeah, here's what they've been learning. The Empress. Someone who knows their worth and value too. So this could be, maybe you can flip this energy definitely, because if you are in that Queen of Swords where you cut them out because they made up excuses. Because the Empress definitely isn't a pushover. But I feel like that's what they're being enlightened about. It has to do with Empress, someone who knows their worth and value. Somebody with self-respect. Yeah, I don't know if this is somebody who thought that you wanted something different. Something else going on. I can't put my finger on what it is. I feel it's just a person telling someone the truth. See, there's enlightenment that has to do with now they're feeling differently. See, this is where things are moving fast, where someone makes up excuse or they just don't know what to say, so they sneak away. Go off to lick, but I feel after finding out truth, they go off to lick their wounds. Why? Because the Empress is the whole package. It's everything they could ever want. I feel like this is somebody who's settled before. The masculine energy, someone who's settled. I do feel this person's generally loyal and faithful. I do see loyal friends, but it's all about being on the same page. So tell me more about this. Yeah, this is someone stable. See, now we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. You're learning things about each other. Maybe you both have some Taurus energy. There's Virgo or Capricorn, or it's just an energy. And it could be any placements in your chart. But it all depends on this taking control. This person making something happen, taking control. See, often it's the when the feminine takes the lead, the other person feels something's a little off. Maybe a little old school rules. Maybe they were raised that way. Yeah, some people are. King of Swords is often somebody open-minded and even quite progressive. So just take it as it resonates. But it is somebody here, strict structure, a set of rules. uh-huh. But it has to do with this person also grounding themselves. See, it has to do with two people kind of acting a little aloof, focused on other things. Tell me about the Fool. Because this is about someone taking a leap of faith. And I feel that's what they want to do. Yeah, but you can see letting go of some baggage from a relationship. But it's also an energy of someone feeling responsible. See, something felt off. It was bothering them. And then you cross paths. Somehow you're going to cross paths or have. And now they're learning that something is bothering you. So there's something bothering both of you. There's the swords up. So it's time for a conversation and truth. Time to clear something up here. I feel whatever it is that's happened, it's not served either one of you well, because it has to do with faith and loyalty. Someone may have learned or felt, heard maybe talk or gossip that somebody wasn't loyal or faithful, but I really don't feel like that's for 99% of you in this case. It's just somebody not ready to take it to the next level. But the interesting thing is some of you, it's like you can see it feels off. It's bothering them. They feel like, it's somebody who isn't going to be played for a fool. Because they've taken a risk before, so they've learned the school of hard knocks. They've learned the hard way. But here's the interesting energy. Putting on the brakes, they're now taking another look because they've learned something. Someone's enlightened to them. They've learned too. This is a beautiful Empress energy. Somebody who's open to talk, to communicate. Somebody kind and compassionate. A person who's the whole package. So now, I think the feminine's going to have their sword up. Yeah, well, of course, because the tables have turned a little bit here. Now this person's planning, preparing. They're hoping for the best. They're looking at every little detail. But the interesting thing about the King and Queen of Pentacles, when people are in that energy, they often look into the future to see if they can see themselves with someone. But this person really wasn't seeing, I feel, seeing you. They felt it was just off. But now what they're learning is you're actually their type. Yeah, interesting. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Yeah, it's an Emperor. See, this is where the Emperor makes this happen. They take control. The Emperor takes control of the situation. They're manifesting the energies of the kings here. So this is someone who's leveled up. See, I feel like it's like the feminine's ahead of this person. And then often it is that way. Someone could be releasing baggage from a past relationship. But I do feel it's someone who felt off. It was bothering them. Yeah. But what they've learned is something was bothering you. This is the aloof. See, they acted like a little aloof, like they weren't super interested. It was all cool. It was relatively comfortable. But there is the energy of this person feeling a little uncomfortable or know what to say. But now the tables are turned. It's going to be the other way around. So that's what's happening here. It's about coming in, just being yourselves. Things are about to get real. Always be yourself. This person definitely wasn't themselves. I do feel everything felt off. This is a person I feel, and they may have just come apart from someone. It's possible. Nothing tastes good. Nothing feels right. Everything's off, when you're in a lot of weight or pressure on their shoulders. But definitely it's finding out something was bothering them. So they were definitely skeptical. But now it's going to be the feminine who feels that way. But they're going to make this happen. It's about overcoming this. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. See, they know. Someone who knows what they want too and just goes for it. See, it's like it's because if you took the lead with this person, and this is something that's, see, this is someone who's generally very progressive. Like it doesn't matter to them either way. You know, they're very open and often open-minded, but for some reason it was just too good to be true because it's everything they could have ever wanted all in one package. This to me tells me this is someone who's settled before. This is why they've come apart from someone. Yeah. But they're going to make it happen. They're taking control. Let this person take the lead. And I'm going to tell you too, it's bothering them. It's weighing heavily on them because they want to make this right. Because I do feel there's no excuse. There's no excuse. And I think this could be someone telling them that too. Because it's almost like you weren't enlightened and maybe even other people knew something that was going on with this person. See, they should have just told you. Something that they should have told you. So they definitely feel like a fool. Yeah. Some of you're dealing with the Sag or an Aries. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius possibly. But this is where it is right there. See, there's no excuse. Now they're kind of a little bit freaked out here because they have to apologize. It's not like they don't want to because I feel they're decisive. They want to clear this up. It's bothering them. It's bothering you. Yeah. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is, but it has to do with this putting on the brakes. Taking it to, there's all this distance in between, this time in between, things calming down. And that's what it's about, seeing things different after things calm down. So it does look like it could have been the end of a relationship. But this is someone who's, now what they're learning is that you're just right. you're both very much the same, but a little different. So I do think there's a little test they're going to reach out here. So I feel the advice for the feminine is I do see being open to talk, to communicate. But what they're learning, this enlightenment, is the Empress. You know what you want. Yeah, see, speaking up. So being enlightened. But I still feel there's another person here. Or people giving advice. But it's all about putting down the sword. It's okay to be discerning. It's okay to ask questions, but it's about sharing too much information too fast. Sometimes people move too quick. They share way too much information too fast. So this is also the Empress. This is also the Empress learning and healing. The Empress is healed. The Empress is learned. So some of you, that's the last thing for the feminine that you're going to learn is to watch your words. Do not share too much information too fast. Let this person discover you. Let them take control and let them discover you. Kind of on their own terms. But I do feel this energy of needing to meet in the middle here. I do. I don't know. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's about partnering up, coming together. See, it's an energy of being comfortable, feeling safe. See, feeling safe with each other, being comfortable enough to communicate. So there's something there that needs to be sorted out. Because now the tables are turned and this person feels, I feel the feminine feels they have to be careful. If you weren't interested in me then and you felt something is off, what's changed? Why do you feel differently? And that's why I feel the sword's going to be up. Tell me about the Queen of Rods. Queen of Wands. Yeah, so somebody here doesn't take kindly to rejection or being ignored. But look, this could be a missed opportunity. It's saying not to miss this opportunity. Don't share too much information too fast. Don't rush somebody. Especially if they've just come apart from someone. But you can see putting on the brakes, taking another look. See, they felt something is off. What they failed to recognize is they should have just told the truth. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. And I feel that for both people, but I actually feel they've learned you were speaking the truth. If not, it's about speaking the truth. Things are about to be real. Yeah, and I do think there's someone's pushing through that fear of being rejected. Letting go of baggage, or it's all about taking responsibility. It's about being reliable, taking responsibility. See, they're taking responsibility. This is someone who knows better too. They made up excuses. They didn't know what to say, so they chose to not say anything and not to reciprocate or just ignore. We'll just ignore it, let it go. They'll just go away. They're not really interested. It's too good to be true. You see, this is what they chose to do. That's how they chose their battles. They chose not to do battle. Because I feel they were... The Two of Swords or the Two of Wands is someone between two worlds. They haven't quite made up their mind if they want to take it to the next level, or they've just come apart from someone. Maybe even just been rejected or rejected somebody else. It could be someone who's got multiple opportunities coming in. But it is somebody who's rushed in before, took a risk. So I do feel this is somebody taking responsibility. It's about doing the right thing. So I feel it's somebody who wants to make it right. I do feel this is somebody going to come towards you here. Tell me more about the Four of Cups. Yeah, see, they're all in their fields. They missed this magical opportunity. This is someone manifesting the King of Cups now. See, everything just felt off. Do you ever had it when something really horrible happens, or you're just having an off day? Food doesn't taste good. Nothing's right. Everything feels off. And that's what I feel this person was dealing with. But you can see that level of maturity. See, leveling up, growing up. Yeah. There's going to be an apology. Absolutely. But they're taking control. They're making it happen. Yeah. They know you're still single. They're single. That could be something too, being discerning about single. I do think this person was speaking truth about it. But like I say, between two worlds, maybe that's why they put on the brakes. Especially if this is someone who's been really faithful through a whole relationship, or found out somebody else was unfaithful to them. That would be enough to throw anyone off. Looks like some bad timing here. But yeah, it has to do with single. They were single. Yeah, they are definitely speaking up here. Look at that, cutting someone out, taking responsibility. They've been analyzing this too. This is someone who's been in their head. It's time for this person to get out of their head. Yeah, see the Two of Wands is there, soul searching this path. See, they're looking for clues and answers as to why. So if you acted a little aloof, now they know why. And I think somebody's enlightened them. If not, it's just coming into their head and they're having this aha moment. Oh yeah, because I ignored them. I ghosted them, ignored them, or rejected them. This could be somebody thinking about a time when they were rejected, how they felt. Because it's all about thinking about how the other person feels. They certainly weren't thinking if that's the case, but it's all about looking for clues and going down this path. Yeah, they've been assessing the situation. See, it's clearing out the past. This person needs to clear out the past. And it could be baggage, but it's all about being accountable and taking responsibility and doing the right thing. So they are assessing it. And there is a lot of focus on money here too. I do feel they have a lot on their plate. I do feel this is somebody who's busy. They have a lot on their plate. They always have a lot going on. But you see this energy of calming down with the Knight of Pentacles as well. Trying something different, taking it slow. But they're clearing the path, making sure the coast is clear. Clearing out past, that's what I feel. Yeah. Yeah, they're very curious. So you can see they're very curious. They're learning. But they're very curious of everything that you do. They want to know more. So this is how this is how the Empress makes someone curious. Don't share too much information too fast. Make them curious. And that's what I feel is kind of happening. I feel in a roundabout way, though. And it's possible maybe the Queen of Wands is under here. Leo, were you curious about this person? Did you know they were single or just breaking up or coming apart from someone? Whatever your scenario, because it could play out a little different for each person here, but it has to do with the curiosity and the learning. Again, learning the hard way, the school of hard knocks. Yeah, I'm sensing some very spontaneous energy, and it's funny because we have Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius too. So this is the energy now of doing things a little different, taking things slow, clearing out the past and then coming in. Yeah, this person wants to, it's about coming in right. Yeah, it's about loyalty, harmony and balance between two people. See, this is somebody who maybe wasn't fair, but it does look like it has to do with the end of a relationship. And there definitely may have been some baggage there. I don't know if this is somebody, because often this is someone who just lets it go. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure there's no baggage here, at least at this point when they come in. But it's been here for a bit, so it's almost like someone who's just like, well, it is what it is. It looks like that wasn't going anywhere. But it's all about harmony and balance and being fair. Yeah, I see a house and a home, a reason to celebrate. So there's definitely some very positive energy here. So I do think this is someone trying to figure something out here. How to fix this situation. There's definitely some... See, this is somebody who, with the single energy, someone who deserved an explanation. So you deserved an explanation. See, there's no excuse, and that's what I feel. Somebody is telling them, like, there's no excuse. Somebody deserved better. They deserved an explanation. But there is a reason to celebrate. It is about building this foundation and coming in right. See, they wanted this, and they missed a beautiful opportunity, but I wouldn't be surprised if you cross paths again with this person, or this is what happened, and then you cross paths. I do think you're going to cross paths again. Yeah, but it's often when you cross paths when someone's just ended a situation or they've just come apart and they're sort of in limbo. They don't know which way to go. They're pulled in two different directions. They want it. So all they could do is make up an excuse because they're kind of overwhelmed. They don't even know what to say because they kind of wanted it. But why didn't this person come in sooner? Because I see some time in between. Maybe they felt they couldn't provide financially. We often know people who go divorces, breakups. Often there's money situations there too. So crazy. But yeah, this is somebody who's definitely seeing you in a favorable light. They're hoping you feel the same. They're going to explain, apologize. I do think this person's going to invite you to their home, maybe cook dinner. They're going to show you who they really are. Because this is someone who I feel they didn't come in and really show you who they were because of all this energy of feeling off. I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone overindulging a little bit too. Possibly in work and money. Maybe even all work, no play at some point here. But yeah, they've learned too, learning the hard way. I feel there's somebody talking to this person, a loyal friend or family member. Someone who just tells them it like it is. They don't mince words. That's a true friend, a friend who will tell you it like it is, not people who sugarcoat. Sugarcoating doesn't help anybody. But yeah, it is about putting the sword down, watching the words, thinking before you speak. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like I say, they're assessing it. So I do feel there's been time in between. I do think you deserve an explanation regardless. But the curiosity is still there. It's not going anywhere. See, doing things by the book, playing by the rules. Someone wasn't playing by the rules. But they certainly are now. Look at that. They're all up in their feels. So it's just confirmation how this person feels. I think they just felt something was up here, that it's someone who's been played before. See, when they open up emotionally and become vulnerable, then they get taken advantage of. So this is somebody who's kind of like that. And I wouldn't be surprised that's both of you. Be able to put your swords down here and let somebody in. It all depends on the Empress, how the Empress feels. It's quite honestly, it's not showing that. Not yet. It's all about needing, because the Queen of Pentacles is here first, it's about spending time together, doing things together to see if you're compatible. See, I feel some of you aren't sure because it never went anywhere. I feel at some point for some of you, because I do feel this happened and then you're crossing paths, or you're about to. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles is about being ready and being prepared, grounded. But it's about doing things together and spending time together, building each other up. Yeah. That's why I feel, it's funny because when I said the feminine, I feel some of you aren't sure. You need to spend time with this person to be sure, to assess the situation yourself. And I do feel taking it slow. King of Wands energy. This is someone who has a hard time taking it slow. Yeah, some of you got choices here too. I do see some of you having choices, making a decision. Maybe, thinking about somebody else. It's also an energy of trying something different, someone different than your usual type. I think some of you have done this. I do think you have already. It's almost like you're going back to your type. Wow. But yeah, King and Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Pentacles, King and Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups. We do not have the Queen of Cups yet, but the Empress is here. But I don't think that you will reveal that or tell that person how you're feeling until you've spent some time with them. And then assess the situation. Take care, and we'll see you soon.